First up for UC Santa Barbara, we have head coach Checketts. Questions, please raise your hand. First question, Shotgun Spratling, D1 baseball.
Andrew, the performance of Corey Lewis, I mean, the offense gave you a ton of runs, but him shutting down a high-profile offense like that, what did you see from him today?
You know, he's had the capability of doing that, and he's done that a number of times. You know, in the middle of the year, we started Chris Troy as an opener and moved him into a kind of a tandem start deal, and so I think his numbers are a little skewed. He had a few of those that were a little rough, but 95% of his starts have been really good and really clean. And today, you know, he had them all working for him. He has 5 pitches. You know, there's a slider, a curveball, a change, fastball, and a power knuckleball. And he was able to land the breaking ball and cross count. And the other thing I thought he was really good with was his fastball location. So, you know, it wasn't 70% fastballs, but when he did throw a fastball and he went in, he locked him up pretty good and was locking up the glove. And I think that had to keep him a little bit honest. And so he was able to start bats in the strike zone, a lot of poise out there. Great start. It was a great start.
Does the experience playing doubleheaders this season in the conference play, does that help you out at all with this turnaround for the region final?
Well, that's been the message I've given the guys. Said, hey, you're built for this. So if anybody's going to do it, it's us. We played, 36 innings of baseball for the last 10 weeks or 10 of the last 11 weeks besides the UCLA bye week. So, I think they're accustomed to playing 18 innings on a day. We're going to have to go out and perform well. Obviously, Arizona's a tremendous opponent, and, it's going to be our 4th starter against their 3rd starter, and our 4th starter is going to need to go out and have a good outing.
Was there any experience early this year, dealing with the doubleheaders where maybe you guys got up early in the first game and you felt like there was a lull that you wanted to kind of keep the pressure on the offense, to kind of be more aggressive and continue even when you guys were up 10 or 11-0 early?
You talking about today?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it's championship baseball, and you're not only trying to win the game, but you're trying to set yourself up for the next game. And, Corey was throwing the ball great, but you never know when the pitch count gets up. You never know. They're clearly an offensive team. They can score some runs. They can score them quickly with the power. And so you never know when they're going to – and we scored 6 in an inning. You never know when they're going to drop a 6 on you, and now you're into your bullpen and you're going through arms. And so we felt like extending as much as we can gave us the most cushion to – be able to let Corey extend if maybe he gave up a few runs, and then minimize using our bullpen to set us up for the next day. And so, I think early in the game we had a lead and we continued to run, but it's, in my opinion, that's championship baseball, and that's you're trying to set yourself up not only to win that game but minimize how many pitchers you use.
But also just with the mentality of it, was there an example at all this season where maybe there was a little bit of a lull and you just wanted to kind of keep your foot on the pressure because it seems like your team plays much better when they are being that aggressive style, just to make sure that they didn't fall into a little bit of a trap with a big.
Yeah, I mean, as a coach, you remember the ones where you fall into lull more than the ones where you keep the foot on the gas. And so, I mean, I think human nature and new pitchers come in, and some of the at-bats get away from you in the middle of the game at times. So I remember those more, and complaining to the guys more about those than the, hey guys, really putting pressure on. We played Northridge on a weekend and had some leads, and San Diego and had some leads. And one of the unique things about the conference play this year is there was a 10-run rule. So, even the coaches texted before the conference started and said, hey, there's a 10-run rule. If somebody steals or bunts or does something in the 7th inning to try and get to 10 runs, nobody can be offended about it, because everybody's trying to save pitchers for that weekend. And so they are accustomed to that, where they're trying to continue to score runs and, try and get to that 10-run rule. Clearly there's not one in this regional, but I think the guys, I thought they did a nice job and kept putting at bats together.
That's all the time we have for Coach Checketts. Thank you, Coach.
Thank you.
Next up for UC Santa Barbara, we have starting pitcher Corey Lewis. We have time for 1 or 2 questions for Corey. Please raise your hands now. First question, shotgun Spratling, D1 baseball.
Corey, to get this start against the Big 12 team, what was kind of your mindset coming in and what was working for you?
I just took it as another start. It's just another day. Same baseball, same deal. And yeah.
How much does it help when you get 11 runs up there pretty early? You got to have a little bit of a jam in the first inning, but then, settled in and we're cruising.
Yeah, it's a great help. It's just nice having a cushion to fall back on if I need to, but I didn't need to today. So.
Was there anything in particular that was working really well for you?
I was landing my knuckleball more than usual, so that was pretty good. I like to see that.
How do you kind of use that pitch? I mean, it's not a pitch that's usually in a lot of guys' repertoire, at least not as part of a 5-pitch mix. It's usually that's the primary thing. How do you kind of use it in your mix?
Mostly with 2 strikes, I would say. It's just another look, something that they're not looking for. I would say not a lot of college hitters have seen a knuckleball like that, so yeah.
And you throw it pretty hard, right?
Yeah. I think I've gotten it up to like 83, 84, maybe.
And is there a common, way it dances? Does it usually go in one direction or the other?
No, it's pretty random. So
okay. I appreciate it, man.
Any more questions for Corey? We have time for one more. All right. Thank you, Corey.
Thank you.